am going to be giving a basic lesson on audio recording using the Lexicon Lambda audio interface and Samplitude Pro 11 recording software. I purchased this audio recording software for about $425. These software installation DVDs come with the audio interface and the recording software. They contain the drivers and other information so you can easily load them onto your computer. Our Lexicon Lambda has 2 mic and 2 line inputs. For the line in, you could use a keyboard, drum machine, guitar output, etc. Using the monitor mix, you can choose the level of the original recording to the new track you are currently recording. Of course, the output level is self-explanatory. The instrument, you can plug a guitar or bass or even keyboard directly in the front of the unit. And of course the headphone output. On the back of the unit we have 2 1/4-inch line inputs, which can be used in the mono or stereo mode. The insert plugs for different effects. We have the 2 mic inputs, 2 line outs, the MIDI in and out for keys or sequencer, samplers, etc. And we have our 48 volts for phantom power for your microphones. This Lexicon Lambda requires USB power from your laptop. It needs to be plugged into the USB port right next to the power supply for the laptop. Our laptop is powered on, so first thing we're going to do is open up the recording program. Go to Samplitude, right click, and open it up. Once we open the program up, let's first go to Options and hit System. And we just want to check to make sure that the Lambda is operating. So as you see here, it says Lambda, so we're good. We're going to hit OK. Next we go to the File category, and we are going to start a new virtual project. So this one's going to be called New Project. So down in the bottom left corner, we're going to pick approximately how many tracks we're going to use, which today we'll just say 4. And in the bottom right hand corner, we can pick the approximate length of our project. So we'll just say 10 minutes. So as you see, our main recording screen has come up. For the first track, we're going to be using my old Digitech pedal for a drum beat. I've just used a 1/4-inch jack running from the back output to line 1 input, and this knob will adjust the volume. So I'm going to hit play on here. And as you see, we have a good strong signal. So we have the incoming signal from here, and next we're going to go to mixer mode. At the top of the first track, let's hit mono in. And now we're going to arm the recording system by hitting this one and this one. And as you see, we have signal coming in here, and coming down the path we have signal here. After I hit record, you will see the waveform appear on track 1. So go ahead and hit record. And that should be good. Go ahead and hit stop. Now it's going to ask you if you want to keep or delete the track, so we're going to keep it. And next step, let's disarm the record function, so you could just go here. To maximize the waveform for better viewing, there's a plus and minus on the right hand bottom corner. So we're going to hit the plus. With the larger viewing capability, we can now see the hi-hat, kick, and snare. For track 2, I'm going to be throwing bass guitar on. I've plugged the bass directly into our instrument jack. And as you see, we have plenty of signal. So on our mixer, we're going to go to track 2. And at the very top, we're going to go mono in. And we're going to arm the system. So we have signal here, and we have signal here. Close out. And I'm going to throw a bass track on that drum rhythm. So I've finished the bass track, and I'm going to keep the recording. So I'm going to hit yes. I'm going to disarm the recording system. So let's listen to the bass track I just recorded along with the original drum track, and return to 0 and hit play. So track 2's done, just a silly little bass riff. If there's a small portion of the track, such as beginnings or endings, that you want to remove, just highlight the track, go to the exact part that you want to cut out, and on the keyboard hit the T. Now with the cursor, go to the area you want to remove, click on it, it'll become highlighted, and just go ahead and delete it. So we're going to go to the end of the number 2 track. And right at the very end, we're going to cut this off. So highlight the track, hit the T, highlighted, remove. If the track you just recorded is even a millisecond off, you can line them up visually. And on our transport controls here, we have return to 0, rewind, stop, play, fast forward, and record. Now we're going to go to track 3, and for this we're going to hook up a microphone. So I'm going to plug my XLR cable into the microphone 1 input. For the next track, we're going to use our little egg shaker, and you see it's getting signal over here. So we go to mixer mode, and at the top of track 3 we go to mono in, and we arm the recording system. X out. As you see, we have signal coming into the Lambda and in the recording system. Go ahead and hit stop. Recording okay, yes. Disarm the recording system. Okay, now we're going to give a listen to track 3 with our egg shaker. Sounds good. So now we're going to go to track 4. Mixer. Track 4 at the top. Mono in. disarm the recording. And for this track, so you see on track 4 we have signal over here, and on track 4. So let's X out and hit record. Hit stop. Recording OK, yes. Disarm recording function. Track 4 is recorded, so let's expand the waveform. If you look at each of the tracks closely, you can see they're just a hair off. So let's go to track 2, highlight it just by pressing on it, and slightly moving the mouse and making them line up perfectly. Track 3. This is the original drum beat, so we want everything to be straight. So there we go. Now let's return to 0. Let's go back to mixing mode, and at the bottom of each track you are able to label each one individually. Just click on, and this is the drums. Hit enter. Track 2 down here. Bass guitar. Hit enter. Track 3. Egg, enter, and wood, enter. So now we have each one of our tracks individually labeled. The effects section for every track can be found up here by the top. Go ahead and click on. And it gives us many categories to pick from: EQing, delay, reverb, distortion, chorus, flange. This and many other programs also has an option for amp modeling. We're going to come up here to the effects section, click on, and where it says Magic Plugins, we come to here. And the amp modeling section is called Vandal. Once the amp modeling section comes up, just go into the default category, and it gives you many bass amps and guitar amps to choose from. So we're going to hit bass amps, and I personally like the straight rock using a 115 cabinet. So we're going to hit that. Of course, there's many other amp modeling features to choose from. So in the mixer section, we're going to bring down our egg a little bit. And with our pan control, we are going to bring the egg to one side and the wood blocks to the other side. So let's give that a listen. Also shorten the beginning or ending of tracks by going to the bottom right hand corner, the little arrows appear, and go ahead and pull it into where you need it. Another widely used feature is the fade in, fade out function. This can be done by going to the bars about 3/4 of the way up on each track, grabbing right there, and just pulling in. So let's just give a listen to track 3 only at the ending. And let's go ahead and do that with every channel. The little S on each track indicates solo, meaning you can only hear that track. Let's go to the beginning. Widen the screen, and let's fade in. So let's give that a listen. If there's a small portion of a track that you are unsatisfied with and you want to delete it or re-record it, simply highlight the track, go to the area that you want to correct, which is say right here, hit the T, go to the end of that area and hit the T again. Highlight that portion and hit delete. So let's listen to that with the deleted section. If you change your mind and you actually want to keep that part after it's already been deleted, just go to the bottom of the track. You'll see the little arrows and drag it to the left. Now you see they've reappeared. So on track 4 with the wood block, let's try adding a little reverb. Go to the mixer, track 4, and we open up the effects section. So first we're going to play it. You can enable the play mode by either hitting the play button or the space bar. Hit the space bar again. Stop. Let's go to mixer section so we can add the reverb to our little wood block. Let's go to the reverb section and we're just going to pick a general reverb setting. Bring it down a little bit. Now let's listen to the wood block in the solo mode. Take the effect off. Okay, I'm going to remove the last couple of hits of the wood block. So go to the corner and I can pull it in and they're gone. So another important thing you'll always want to do is go up to File and save your project. Make sure you do that at the end of every recording session, and usually a few times in between too. So with digital recording, the possibilities are virtually endless. You have countless number of tracks, and the editing capability is far beyond what it used to be. Once you have all the tracks recorded and mixed to the level that you like, there is also a section up here where you can use Master Effects to control the whole output. Once you are done recording your tracks and you're happy with the final mix, the EQing, the effects and everything, go ahead and go up to the File section, hit it, come down to Export Audio, click it on, go ahead and make a WAV file and an MP3 file, and with those you can have them sent out to make master copies or put them online. This was just a basic overview, but enough to get you started, I hope. If you are just starting out in audio recording and you have a question, please leave it in the comment box below. Thanks.